Hi, it is Wednesday, so let's get started. Today we're going to do letters that have been received, uh, quite a few of them actually, and there were a lot about children. And so today, which I wasn't planning on, but today is going to be about kids. Uh, this is Tina. My 4-week-old son flipped, perfectly turned in his crib, feet where his head was laid when I put him to bed. Then when I got back up a few hours later, he was flipped back to how I originally put him to bed. My husband's seen this too. The baby now sleeps in our room. Several other things have happened. Others have experienced things as well. I'm scared. I know I shouldn't be scared. I've also been a believer. I watch all the shows, but when it happens to me, well, I'm scared. I'm going to be contacting you in hopes I can get my house cleared, but I see it may take a while. I guess my question is, would this be a situation that may need immediate attention? Anytime a child is involved, I will be very honest with you. Anybody that says something about kids in the house and having a problem, go to the top of the list. And this is not a good thing with this person picking up the baby and turning him around like that. That is definitely not a good sign. I've seen it happen a couple of times before, but it was always in the same kind of situation that we are in right now, with that big full moon that was on last month, and then we've got another big full moon on the 26th of this month, May. The 26th of April, it was a super moon. This is a super moon, and it's also going to be an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So this is a crazy, crazy, crazy month, and earthbound spirits have a lot more energy at this time. So yeah, call me and leave a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, and I'm glad you've got the baby in the room with you, because that may slow down whoever is doing this, or try to get on Zoom. And let's see if I can figure out from that, who or what is in the place. The next Zoom, this one for this month is filled, but the next one is on June 11th, a Friday. So try to get on that. This one is from Susan. This is a little different. My 5-year-old daughter says a guardian angel is coming into her room at night and asking if she can sleep over. Our daughter is adopted from China, yet describes her angel as having blonde hair and blue eyes. I know in your book you say never to talk to a ghost, so I don't know what to tell my daughter when she wants to know if it's okay to let her guardian angel sleep over. I gotta tell you, this is not her guardian angel. Her guardian angel would be around her anyway. And so this has to be an earthbound child. But is it an earthbound child, or is it one that is crossed over? I'm guessing it's an earthbound child. And if your daughter hasn't been showing signs of ear, nose, throat, or upper respiratory problems, or she's not afraid to stay in her bedroom, or she's not, scared to go into the room by herself, then I probably wouldn't put too much stock into it. But I think you are somebody that should probably come on Zoom too, or at least call from the house, and let me see if you've got something going on in the house or not. This one is from Olivia. Hi, I'm a yoga teacher, and one of my students approached me and told me that she believed that I have a ghost in my house that is causing my son difficulties. My studio is in my house, and that's where the students come. I really don't let the students wander around my house. But if they have to use the washroom, then they do have to go through a different part of the house. I don't even know why she knew that he had difficulty sleeping and is depressed and anxious. Why would this ghost be targeting my son like this? Why did we live in this house for several years without any problems and then suddenly this happened? Anytime anybody does anything metaphysical in your residence, and I'm going to put yoga in that category, you are inviting people into your house, into your space. You never know who is following them in. You never know who decides to look around and go, oh, gee, I like this house better than where I'm at, and so they stay. So I'm going to pretty much guess that your house is not protected as it should be if you're allowing people to come in for anything metaphysical. That means any of you that have people come in for readings or Reiki, anything like that. Your house needs to be protected. I would try smudging or saging the house. You don't say how old your son is. But definitely you are one that should get on Zoom or give me a call, because if he is a teenager and he's depressed, there have been so many suicides of teens that's really not a good thing right now. This one is from Dee Dee. There's a child laughing in the baby's room. The baby isn't born yet. My mother is concerned about this. I'm a grandma. Help me. Help us if you can. Your advice is greatly appreciated. Oh, golly. Do you have, is there things in the baby's room that you bought used? Is it a newer house, or did children live in this house before this house was purchased? Did a child die in this house at some point? Were there children living in this house that had an extra special friend that decided to stay? All kinds. You've got more questions here than this one sentence, believe me. And again, I personally wouldn't want to bring a baby home from the hospital, a new baby, with somebody in the house. I would want to see if that could be taken care of. And again, Zoom or call me, but don't. Check it out first, because I don't think that's a really good thing. This one is from Zara. Good morning, Marianne. I currently moved into a house last August. Since then, my 16-year-old was hospitalized for 2 weeks. She had the urge to kill everyone in the house and has been seeing a psychiatrist. She still is having issues with her health and it is unexplainable by doctors. I have problems now with my 6-year-old. Now she's waking up with night terrors and can't sleep without having just about every light on. There's a lot of fighting going on in the house. Is there any information or help you can give us? I would make sure that you're giving all the information to your 16-year-old's psychiatrist, especially with all these urges that she's having for killing people. Yes, there could be a ghost in the house that is affecting her. Absolutely. And again, I really think that, and seeing that your 6-year-old now is starting to act up, I would definitely try to check it out to make sure there's nothing else in the house or somebody in the house that is definitely affecting her. Again, you can always get on Zoom or call. Seriously, you definitely need to do something. This is from the Smith family. We have a dark energy in my daughter's room. She was having screaming night wake-ups and won't sleep in her bed at night. We had a Reiki master clean the room and then the house. However, it's back. Our Reiki master wanted to show me how to clean the house, but actually we want it gone forever. The Reiki master basically told us where it was and where he stands, and that he's next to her crib in the corner. We were consulted over the phone, and we could be instructed how to do this on our own, but I don't feel comfortable. She sleeps with us at night and won't go in the room if the light is off. Our animals won't even go in there. However, almost everyone has gone once to the bathroom in there, and they never do that. Wow. I'm not sure exactly why a Reiki master would have the ability to clear a ghost out of a house. And I'm not saying, that could be a possibility. I just don't know how or why that works. And I don't understand how it would be like me talking to you over the phone and telling you where the ghost was standing, and this is what you have to do to get rid of them. This whole thing is just goofy to me. I don't like the way this sounds at all. I would seriously, again, call. Let me see what's going on in the house. My suggestion to you is to start smudging. And that's with any of these, with the kids. Just don't smudge when the kids are home. Smudge their bedrooms really, really well with sage or sweetgrass. And just so whatever is in the house doesn't go into the bedrooms, at least when their kids are sleeping. This one is from Sharon. I have some odd feelings about something that may be connected to my son. My son is 3 years old, and from the second we brought him home from the hospital, I knew something was around him. I recall clearly a time late at night when I walked into my son's room. He was an infant, and I felt like something wanted me out. It felt odd and unfriendly. And I didn't like the feeling around my son, so I removed my son from his bedroom. I noticed after that he never slept well. I thought when we moved, I thought when we moved out of a 100-year-old home to this newer home, it would end. And in some ways, the unwelcome feelings have. But there's still something around him, and he hates to be by himself. I've often wondered how this can be. I'm wondering if this is a deceased relative that is connected with my family and is somehow protecting him. You know what? If you are feeling uncomfortable, then why would a family member make you feel uncomfortable? No. Think what you're writing here. It's you're contradicting yourself. And I don't think that you should just be lackadaisical about this. I think that there is something around him that needs to be figured out. And again, smudge his room or smudge him on a regular basis. Maybe if you do that, he will feel better and you will feel better. Or give me a call or get on Zoom. All of that, you can absolutely positively do. There are still openings for the June 11th Zoom. And I think that I'm almost thinking I should have a Zoom just for people with children that are having problems with kids. It certainly would fill up fast. I'll have to think about that. A little thing here, I will be on Coast to Coast on the 26th of this month. That is the new moon, or the full moon rather. It is a lunar eclipse. So I should get some real interesting calls with George on Coast to Coast that night. And just for those of you that are sort of local in Sandusky, there is the Merry-Go-Round Museum, which I will be at the end of June, the 26th. It's haunted, and we'll be doing a walk around in there. And definitely, again, unfortunately, no kids under 18, but it should be pretty interesting. Next week, as many kids letters as I've gotten this week, I've gotten questions about animals. So next week, it is going to definitely be about animals. Today was infants and children, and next week it will be pets. Okie doke. Have a really good week, and we'll do it again next Wednesday.